Okay, guys. So can you just give me your idea about your current? Do not speak about your current company, but at least how much expense you have and work actually you have done. So accordingly, we'll start. Bebab, hello, Bebab, are you there? Hello, Bebab, are you there? Sai, are you there?
Yes, yes, Sumit, I am there.
Okay, so you can start actually. Okay.
Uh, Sumit, basically, normally, my name is Saityaja. I am from SAP BW domain, but I worked on some, real-time experience in ABAP also, like dump analysis in ST22. And ABAP part, mainly I worked for some smart farms as well as ALV reports and ABAP on HANA, like data migration topics like how ECC to S4 HANA migration
Mm-hmm.
and some traces, system performance like ST05. We want to migrate our data to ECC to S4 HANA. So I involved some, performance activities. These are my ABAP perspective, but mainly my domain is like BW perspective, like doing reporting on top of in HANA database like that.
Okay, that's great actually. So, Sai, we'll take this like see when so your question like you will be looking for a job for 2 to 3 years of experience, right? Currently,
Yes, 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 exactly.
yeah. And total how much experience you have because accordingly you will be asking for the CTC as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. So it's like normally my overall experience is 2.8, but 2 month, 3 months training and 2.5 is current experience.
Okay, fine. Okay. So Sai, I'll be starting some question based on that, okay? But before that, we need to follow some things, okay? So
Yeah.
most of the times you might have seen the interviewer are asking question, introduce yourself, right?
Yes, yes.
So I'll tell you the way actually how do you have to do, and then you have to repeat once I ask, okay? So
Okay.
always start with your name, even if they know your name, does not matter, okay?
Sure, sure.
Start with your name. Tell first about yourself for at least 10 to 15 seconds, like what do you do, okay? And what do you like, what do you want to do, okay? All those things like hobbies and all. Then
Okay.
go for the next thing, like I have interest in this part, like SAP technical, what all objects you have worked on actually, okay? Or you have a knowledge. And the third step is coming to the projects which I have worked on and what you have worked on, okay? So it can be some migration, it can be some custom development
Yeah, hi
case.
Sumit, my voice is audible now.
Yes, let you just be there for
Yeah,
some
sorry
time.
for the
Let's
disturbance.
continue with Sai for now, okay?
Sure.
Yeah. So Sai, so the next part will be that you need to tell about your project and in that project what was your role and which all object you have worked on. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. 4 points. Yeah, done.
Okay. So you can note it down somewhere, or if you're not
Yeah.
noting also that's fine. Just first is your
I'm
basic,
noting.
yeah,
Yeah.
basic
I'm noting.
introduction. Yeah, basic introduction. Then second should be the area which you have worked on. Okay. And the third step is
Area.
start with project work actually. Okay. So and at least take some 10 to 12 minutes of time to tell about yourself, your work, your experience, your thing, and what was the I'll say uh, what was the toughest thing or solution which we have created. That one or two solution you can have with you actually. Okay,
Okay.
so shall we start? I guess, Sai.
Yeah, yeah. Before that, another guy will tell. Their introduction. I will prepare properly, like points.
No, no, no. Let it be. So we will take
Yeah,
two the people. So one is you, one will go with Laddu next. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, Sai. So
So,
let's start. So can you brief about yourself?
yeah, my name is Saiteja. I am from Andhra Pradesh. So I have done my BTech graduation in SRM University, Cotton Kaltur in Chennai. Mm, then I worked in like one MNC company with overall 2.7 years of experience, and I have done two supporting projects in my in current company. So one is support, and now I involved in development also. And the toughest part is like normally in my current in support projects, like ticketing P2 incidents, like involving those incidents with higher, I mean higher management. Those all some tickets are. I solved some, like suppose in sometimes the data will not come properly, so you want to check all the source systems. Those are that area I will that area. I mean I it will difficult to me. And development side, like from migration things, sometimes you want to check all the system performances also, like tracing and those performance tuning also I found some difficult.
Hmm.
These are the difficulties. And yeah, I think okay, Sumit, this one.
Okay, so it's not even 2 to 3 minutes. Still some
Yeah,
5 more minutes you have to speak, Sai. At least
yeah,
some
yeah,
work which you have done in the P2, what kind of P2 tickets or P1 ticket which you have resolved on. Okay, because now
yeah.
you are focusing more on supports kind of project, right? In the
Yes, yes, yes.
migration. So in the migration, which all things you have worked on? Okay, like you might have created some, deleted some custom tables, right? Or did some enhancement package, removing all those things,
Yeah,
SPDD, SPAW things, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah, so those things you have to elaborate with more, and at least because see what happens if you are giving the interviewer time. Okay, let's suppose you started and then you are giving only 2 minutes or 3 minutes maximum, then interviewer will have at least 27 minutes of time to ask question, and then they will go in the deep actually, and then that time it will be a bit difficult for you. So at least half time you should reserve for you, and then half should be for the interviewer. Okay.
Sumit, like yeah.
Yeah.
So I have done two supporting projects, mainly like so one, I mean two different clients. So first supporting project is like they're asking me to monitor process chains, like to process chains in process chains. So what are main issues is like a source system source connection issue, and some IDOCs. I mean
Okay. So, have you worked on the defects or any new project or small project in the support project? Because mostly we do not get that total end-to-end implementation, but some kind of side work like to make this report work, you have to develop this or some transaction. Correct. Okay. Great. So I think that will be more than sufficient. So you have to give the object wise also and this enhancement which you are talking about, so they can come with which kind of enhancement it was and how did you find it actually. So can you answer on that? Fine. Okay, so I think this much introduction you have to give to your interviewer actually, so that at least you are taking at least 10 to 12 minutes of time while speaking. Okay, and then they will get to know, okay, you have worked this much, and then they can come up with some scenarios like they might see your resume. I don't have your resume by now in my hand, okay, but I'm expecting with the 2 years of experience, what all things you should be knowing about that, and I'll be asking the question based on that. Okay, fine. Yeah. So you have worked like I'll be guessing you have worked on all RICEF object, RICEF. Okay. So we'll start with first data dictionary. So what is the data element and what is the domain? What's the difference and why do we use it? No, we can create the table without data element also. We can use the predefined type as well. So what is the use of data element and domains? When do we use it? No problem. Yeah. No problem. No problem. So that's what I'm saying. So that's what they might expect this from you. Do not take this as a your okay, your exact interview thing. But these are the questions which I ask people when I take the interviews. Okay, so they should know why they are creating the data element, why they are creating the domains. Okay, so this can be the very simple question, so I think you need to learn about that. Okay, and you can see the video also, it's there in the like channel. You can see the data element and domain, why we have created and what was the use actually. Okay, we have used both predefined as well as the data elements. Okay. Okay, next. So how many types of tables are available in SAP? Correct. Okay, so have you ever used cluster of pools tables? Yeah, so there is a one change actually over there. So uh, pooled and cluster are a combination of multiple tables, you can say, but these are used mostly for the system things actually, when we are storing the screens. Okay, say storing the field kind of value, some programming or model pool things or any settings configuration things. So for those we mostly create the table or cluster tables. Okay, pool table, cluster table. Okay, great. So next, if I say, have you worked on ever lock objects? Mm-hmm. Okay. And do you know what is views in SAP? Those are very advanced thing. Those are advanced. That's what correct. Because if you know this normal views, then comes the above views, so which is our CTS view, right? And then comes the then comes the HANA views. We have calculation, analytical, and all those views available. Okay, so you go through all of these views. Actually, this is also main important question. Like why when we have four types of view available: maintenance, projection, database, and help view. So these are day-to-day people uses these four views, and there are a lot of questions available in that views. Okay, okay. So we have seen that. So do you know the difference between structure and tables? Yeah. So why we don't have index there? Can you just use your mind and tell me? Why don't we have indexes in the structure? Yeah, okay. So we do not have primary key things. We without primary key also we can create the structure, and the indexes are created based on the primary keys, right? And if you want to create secondary indexes, then we can use the non-primary keys fields. Okay, that's fine, I guess. From the data dictionary side, so you know all the settings of what is data class, what is maintenance thing, how why it is enhancement. Yeah, so these all five or six components when we use the creation of table, we should know actually what's the size category. Do you know? Yeah, so it is not like that. So what size category does is, so we give 10,000, right? So it is not like that the table will store only 10,000 rows. What it does is when we give the size category 10,000, it creates a block for 10,000. Okay, and then what it does is that and like if the table got filled till 10,000, then next block will be created, the memory will be assigned for that block. Okay, so similar time, so you go through that again. Okay, next coming to the report. So which kind of report you have worked on? Interactive reports, classic reports, or which reports you have worked on? Okay, okay, fine. Next we can then reporting we can leave for time. Have you worked on the interfaces? No, no. Interface means IDOC, RFCs, proxies, web service. Hmm. So, what kind of IDOC it was? Outbound or inbound? Something is coming outside from system to your SAP system. Okay. So, was it a customized message or it was a standard message? Okay, so this screen is being recorded. I will not ask you the proper name, full name of that IDOC. Can you give me the at least starting three letters of that IDOC which you have the IDOC which you are working? It's inbound coming to SAP. Can you give me the name starting three letters at least, or two letters? No. Yeah, so in production system you might go to W02 or WE10, right, to see the IDOCs. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Mm. Actually, with the name, no, I wanted to know whether it's a customized message or the standard message, which because you are not sure about that. Yeah, no problem. Okay, you can do one thing. You can go to W02 if you have IDOC number, given that W02 IDOC number, and then you will get the message tab and basic type over there. Okay, and then you'll get to know. And I guess you have not configured any new IDOC, right? Output. So at least do one practice for one for inbound and one for outbound. Okay. Yeah. So next we'll go for conversion. So you said you have done the migration, right, from ECC to S4 HANA. So You might have migrated some data also from ECC to S4 HANA, right? So which technique you have used to migrate the data? Mm-hmm. So you have might have used the LTMC tool, right, in S4 HANA? MOM. Okay. Okay. So that I'm not sure. Okay. Did you write any program to just upload the file and then uh, you know that, or you created some BDC or LSFW? Hmm. Okay. No problem. So next we'll go to enhancement, which you have already spoken. So there also you have worked on. So you have worked on the BADI, right? So which T code we use to implement the BADI? So was that in some report or was this in some transaction? You are not able to recollect right now. Okay, so SA18 is to see the baddies actually. Okay, if you want to see the definition, what word it is, where it is going to use, or what's the documentation, we go for SE18. But when you have to implement it, so we have to go to SE19. Okay, so have you ever worked on the user exit or customer exit or any other type of announcement? So how how did you find the customer exit? So sorry. So yeah. So I think C mod only. Still people are using C mod and S mod. Okay, fine. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So there are program changes correct in the BW. Okay. Fine. So I think there also some improvement is required. And coming to the forms, so have which any form you have worked on, script or smart forms or Adobe forms? Okay, no problem. So any chance to work on the workflow? Web9 Pro. Okay, I think that's all from my side. Okay, so that is what the interviewer will say at the last once he is able to see. And if he they will ask if you have any question to me. So mostly you should ask about your role, like if you get hired. Okay, see, CTC part you might have already discussed with the person to whom from whom you might have got the call, right? After that only you are getting this technical interview, so no need to discuss that again, that what will be my salary, what is all those things. No, does not matter here, right? Okay, here ask always that if I get selected, what will be my role, what kind of work we are doing in the you are doing in the project. Okay, or you can say like what kind of work we can expect coming in the future, and what all objects you are asking me to work, actually you are looking for the candidate to work on. So like these questions you can ask, actually mostly work related. Okay, yeah. So I think that's all, Saitija. I'll again give you some more feedback. Okay, personally I'll message you. Okay, so you I'll speak to the other person. Bebo, are you there? Bebo, are you there? Okay, sorry, Ravi. Okay, I thought it's a Bebo. Okay, fine, no problem. So, Ravi, can you just give me brief about just your name, experience, and your work area? Accordingly, I'll set up a question for you. 1 year. Okay, fine. No, no problem. But if you're not frequent, you speak slowly. Okay. That whatever you are speaking, if your grammar is not correct, at least some of your words should be correct. Okay. And the way you are going to see, like I have worked on this, you need to explain clearly. Okay, language can be improved in future, that's not a big problem, but the concept should be clear to work on. Okay, some guys are saying, one sec, some guys are saying that unable to hear voice. Tirthnath, Abhishek, but are you able to hear us now clearly? Say yes or no, please. Guys, yes or no, please. Okay, let us, so you might have sorry, Ravi, Sai Ravi, right? Okay, so you might have already seen like what I am expecting, right, in the interview. And this guy, like your introduction. Okay, at least 5 to 6 minutes you have to speak what you have worked on, all the areas. First your name, your hobbies, you're from which location, and all those things. Come to the second part. My experience is this much, I have worked on this, this much experience I have worked on these objects. Okay, and then third part should be your total projects, like the first project what you worked on, second project what you worked on, what was your role. Okay, likewise you have to say. It can be support project, it can be a lead role, it can be migration project, anything, but go in bit deep. Okay, yeah. So let's start. So say start please. one minute, please. 1 minute. People are saying that they are not able to hear your voice actually. I can hear it clearly. No, but I cannot see any option here. Once, give me a moment, please. Because if they are not able to get it, they won't be able to understand it, right? Just give me a moment. Yeah, let's continue.
TVMG and creation of the smart farms and changes of the little bit in that Adobe farms, not complete that Adobe farms. I have worked with little bit changes in some scenarios like that. Next, coming to my third project, that is for the high media, that is for the Mumbai location, that is the purely implementation. I worked in that scratch level developments, like creation of tables, creation of total RISE objects like module programming, user exits, customer exits, VADIs, and smart forms, and tables, TMGs, and creation of CDS views, basic CDS views, like inner joins, that like that. Next, coming to my fourth project.
Do not take the name of the customer, okay? And
Okay, okay,
just say ABC. That's all fine. Okay, just talk about your work. Okay.
okay, sure, sure.
Yeah.
So that is the Mumbai location. Same like that. That is how the implementation. I worked in that total scenarios for the RISE objects. Coming to my next project, that is for the uh, Hyderabad location. That is also implementation. Next one is for the implementation. Now I'm currently in that implementation project. Total four implementations and six support projects. Come to my hobbies. I reading SAP books only, like daily basis. Next, playing cricket. That's enough.
Okay. So you have worked a lot on like six project is very big number actually, and within
Yeah,
4.5 years of span of time you have worked on, right?
means suppose I worked in any implementation, but
Mm-hmm.
my company is for the take the help of support projects both.
Yeah. So you are there in the same company for last 4.5 years?
No, first 1.5 year, I think 1.9 years for the first company. Then after I'm going to another company.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm coming to first company.
Okay. So third, it is already first, second, third. Now you are looking for
Yeah.
the fourth one, right? Within 5 years.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I think the average should not be at least less than 1.5 or 2 years. Okay, but for you, I think it's very less. So just work on that part also. Okay, do not
Okay.
frequently switch. Company might not give you a good feedback on that part also. Like at least 1.5 years is okay. Like they are giving us, if you then you can say I did not get the opportunity I was looking for. Okay, or so, sometimes it happens you are not getting the opportunity, the people are not good, the salary is not good, or the environment is not good, okay, but
Yeah.
at least 1 year, 1.5 year is required to understand the company. They can give you some other opportunity, okay, they can give you some other role, they can give you some other project also. So at least this
Yeah.
much time we should give to the company, and then if still if you are not getting the output from the company, or then we need to say, okay, now I'm looking for the switch, and this is my reason actually. Okay.
Okay.
every time
Okay.
every time we cannot say that, okay, for money reason I need to switch and money reason I need to switch. Sometimes we have to stay and back and then work on, so on the part of like your like credibility actually, that okay, if someone is hiring you for this much time, at least you can work for 1 year or 2 years, like the project is going on. Okay, sometimes
Yeah.
implementation projects are at least 1 to 2 years minimum. We have this much big implementation. So yeah, people expect actually that if you are investing to time for this resource and giving this salary, then this would also work for us. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, if someone asks, you say something like that only. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start. I think you have extensively worked on most of the objects which we have in the RISE app. Adobe, you said
Yes.
a little bit you have worked on, but you have worked on, you have some idea on that part, right? And the smartphone you have worked on.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so we'll start from the basic itself. Like you have already. So have you worked alone, or have you worked with a team, or have you worked ever with the help, like as a lead? Like which all roles you have worked on by now?
No, teams only.
Okay,
Team.
so you will be now some mid senior associate consultant, I can say, right? Not the junior one.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and you're still working under one of the lead in your company or the functional
Yes.
lead. Okay. Fine. So you have worked on the tickets also, like defect or SR or PR, priority tickets, all those things.
Yes. Yes. But that is not SR like PR tickets. That is for the internal tickets.
Okay, no, no. My question was so like we have gone live. We are working on the AMS maintenance support.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and then we
Yeah.
are getting
AMS
the
implementation.
yeah, and then we are getting the tickets to work on, right? This is not working.
Yes.
That change
Yes.
is not working. That sometimes
Mhm.
file does not come to system and does not go outside. So those are defects we have to work on, right? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So you have some better knowledge on that part as well, right? So which tool you are using for
Yes.
this defect management? Which tool you have
Which
used?
one?
Which tool you have used for your defect management?
That is for the uh, actually this is for the internal tool only. My companies, I mean, developed
Okay.
some tool. So suppose customer is raising any ticket like that, so it is coming to that tool. So that tool for particular scenario who is in free, like that for particular consultant is free now. So because so many people are I mean busy with their particular work, so who is free, so that ticket is assigned to the particular person only in the tool only. It is automatically assigned to the particular role because the tool is completely based on the RPA tool.
Okay. Fine. So let's start. So which implementation methodology you have used mostly in your projects?
What?
We have some implementation methodology, like how the project should behave, how we are going to implement this project. So which one you have used, like waterfall, agile, right? We have these two things, and there are a lot, three, four main methodologies are there that we follow to complete the implementation. Have you heard about that? Waterfall techniques, agile methodology.
Sorry for that. I don't know the technique exactly.
Okay. So this question, when we have a lot of numbers available in our resume, then we just say that,
Yeah.
okay, so how did you go live actually? Okay. So waterfall, I'll tell you these two things, agile and waterfall. There are three, four more are available in the system, spiral and all those things. Okay. But
Okay.
mostly we use two. One is waterfall and one is the agile methodology. Waterfall means
Okay.
like we have phases, right? Like realization phase. I'll not take everything in the name, but I'll come in the sequence like realization, then we have implementation, then we have unit testing, then we do the user testing, and then we go live with, and we do the support, right? So these are the phase
Yes.
we mostly go with the implementation. So in the
Yes. Yes.
waterfall, we do everything, and then we go live, and then do the testing or the support, right? So that is waterfall. We complete everything, we do the testing for everything, and then we go for go live everything. But in the agile methodology, we divide whole project in some sequence actually. Okay, so
Okay.
realization phase can be one of the go live. Okay, or the implementation itself can be a like a in implementation, we have to build some 300 to 400 objects. It can be enhancement, it can be custom reports, it can be tables, or it can be some interfaces. Okay, so for
Yes,
that
yes.
we divide them in the some modules. Okay, let's suppose 50 we will complete in this month, 50 will complete in next month, or likewise. And similar time
Yes, yes.
similar time this requirement also comes. Okay, so in the waterfall we mostly what we do is that we freeze the requirement. Okay, that whatever customer has asked us, we'll take that only, and then whatever comes later we will charge again for that thing. But in the agile, even when you're implementing the things, the requirement might comes in the between. Okay, and then again you
Okay.
have to work on the part. So that part is we have go live one by one, all those modules, like some 50 objects we have created, we'll go live that. Not a actual go live, but we will show it to the user that how it's gonna look like, how it's gonna work like, and everything will be ready actually. Okay, and then we can
Yes.
move to the next part actually. Likewise, so we do that in part, and the customer also expect, okay, at least 30% work is done, 50% work is done, and 90% work is done. Then at the sort or sometime two part or three part, we go live actually. Okay, so
Yes, yes. I worked on agile method only. Yeah.
yeah, so that's what. So you should know actually the customer person might ask you, so which methodology you have worked on, okay, and which one you
Yeah.
thought it's a good. See, for small project, no, this waterfall is very good actually. We can directly build some 50 objects, we go live it and go on. That's all. But in
Yeah.
agile, you can again and you have to complete like have a meeting with customer, get the requirement, freeze the requirement, build it. Then again he might come up with some more requirement and changes. So those things will not set complete in time actually. Okay. So there are some
Yeah.
so many factors are included, which methodology we have to use. Okay. So have you used which tool you have used to control your sprints?
Means,
So you are building some object, right? And
yeah, rise. I mean, that is a rise subject. I mean, that.
yes, yes. So you will be maintaining that tracker somewhere. Where did you track these things, that how much we have completed, what is pending, when this will be completed, what is the blocker, all those things?
Yeah, we are like Excel only. We are maintaining some sheets.
Okay, so you are not using any tool. Like we have one very popular tool called Jira.
No, no, no.
Okay. Okay, so most of the big companies they use Jira or some other tools to track the
Yes.
sprint thing. Okay.
So actually, I am worked on startup companies only, so that companies are not using any. I mean, my companies are not using any like that tools. That's right.
No problem. At least some tracking should be there, okay? So that makes it
Yeah,
easier
yeah.
actually to when you are working on the large organization or some mid-level organization. So when you have a lot of thing to maintain, right? Or the project is very big, the
Yes.
objects are so many, challenges are there, then everything can be maintained and kept in one place actually. No one is going to look for the Excel. Directly they can go and search for the thing. So that makes us easy. It's with some chargeable, it's a chargeable service, so that's the reason not all the companies do that. Okay.
Okay.
Fine, I think. So non-technical thing we have discussed a lot. So at least some more knowledge you should have. What is these things? Okay.
Yes.
Now
Yeah.
coming to SAP. Okay. So you have worked most of
Okay.
the things. So we'll come with a data dictionary, and again same question to you also. So do you know the difference between data element and domain?
Yeah, data domain means further we can maintain the technical attributes like length, I mean types. And data element is further we can maintain the particular descriptions for
Yes.
the data element
So
and domain.
that yeah, that is one difference
And we
actually.
have maintained without domain also we can create the data elements for the particular predefined. That is also length and types. I mean character type or quantity like that.
Yeah, that can be one answer. And any other thing which you can add there? What is the domain and data element?
Domain and data elements means I mean that is only main answer for
Mhm.
particular.
So in the domain,
Suppose
we can give the values actually, predefined values if you want to
yeah
set or
values means that is for
range.
the checkable like that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
So
in that domain level we can maintain a particular table. That
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Or
So
otherwise, we can maintain the fixed values also in the domain level.
yeah, so that we can do, and then the data element, we can give the parameter ID, right? So their option is that we can
Yes,
use it
yes.
for search help.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
so these are
Yeah.
the three mostly. If you give these three answer at least, then interviewer will know. Okay, you have idea about data element and domains. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So coming to the table. So have you ever created any pooled or cluster table in your system?
No, no. Transparent tables on total.
Okay. So have you created any customized like uh, transparent table only, but for configurations?
Configurations.
Yeah, like some values you are maintaining over there, and then based on that, some condition will be fulfilled, and your main transaction, like if I go PO, PR, do you know PO and PR and sales order, right? All those things, right?
Yes, yes, yes. PRM, purchase requisition,
Yeah,
purchase
yeah.
order.
So based on that table data which we are filling over there, based on some condition and that key fields value or the combination value, we write some logic in standard program, and then we can modify some values. Have you written something like that?
Yeah, yeah. First we can create the table. So we can go to the AC level and we can give the table name. After that, we can give the delivery class and field names. And then after go to that technical settings in that size category is there, class is there. So we can
Hmm.
give that a size and a class.
Okay.
And then after we can go to, if we required, we can create the TMG in that
Hmm.
table. So suppose we didn't maintain the data element for particular table. Suppose we have created without a data element also. Sorry, without data element field we can create.
Okay.
So suppose we didn't maintain that data element, it is affected for the TMG level. Suppose I am not maintaining one data element in for particular wavelength. Suppose example, in that wavelength we unable to see the field name of the in the TMG level means SM30. We can go to SM30 and we can give the particular table name. Then we can see that there is no description
Hmm.
because the reason is for the we didn't maintain the particular data element.
But if you do not maintain it, it will not allow us to save it, right?
What?
If we do not provide the labels, it will not allow us
Yeah.
to save the data element also, right?
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes.
So how will you achieve that part? That in the TMG we are not getting the description in the we are getting plus symbol over there, right? We get
Yes, yes.
so in the data element if
At
you
that time I am again create the data element and so regenerate the TMG. Then I can see that the particular description in the TMG level
okay,
SM30.
so I'll tell you. So at the time of the data element creation, if we use
Mm.
predefined types, okay, like character files
Okay.
in the domain, if you
Yes.
give predefined types like character, numerical, and all those things, then
Yeah.
there is no need to give the description. It will not ask you to give the description.
Yes. Yes.
And if you're creating your own data element, okay, then that time it
Yeah.
will ask you to give the this thing, and then you have to maintain it. Either in TMG we have option, right? Output thing there we can maintain the label, or you can come
Yes.
back, or you can come back to the data element, create your own domain, and create your own description. Then you can use that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
So,
sure.
okay.
Yeah.
So actually what I wanted to heard from you is that there we have one more table type available, right? When we are creating any table, so we have an available customized table actually, right? So that actually I wanted to hear
Yeah. Yeah.
from you.
Customized table.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that is for the application table and
Correct.
customizing tables.
Correct. So if you are
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
to
Okay.
do this, then delivery class will be that one actually. See, we have
Yes.
customizing
Yes.
table, right? Maintenance only by customer. So this we can give
Yes. Yes.
actually. Okay.
Maintaining any standard data that is for the not changed infrequently.
Correct.
So that time we can use the application table. So sometime we can create the customizing table. Customizing table means we are frequently changing the data. Suppose today amount, suppose one table is there, in the
Mm-hmm.
table so many amount fields are there. So today I have uploaded the particular amounts in the table. So that time I am using the customizing table because I am daily frequently scenarios to change the
No,
Yeah,
there
the
you will
table
be
level.
there
That's why I'm
you
using the
there there you will be using the transaction data table actually, not the customizing. If you are changing
okay.
frequently and accessing most of the times and are used for transaction purpose, we go for application table. But the table for
Yeah.
like if you're doing some configuration, storing some like I we know right like you if you might have seen
Yeah.
one of my video we were doing the configuration for ALE. Okay, so
Yeah.
just let me go there. So WE81 if I go. Okay, see here if I am going
Okay.
to create some table which holds my configuration data, this is configuration table data. Okay, this is like TMG, right? You know this thing, right? It's a TMG, table maintenance and
Yes, yes,
data.
yes.
We are creating
Yes, yes.
new entry over here. So this will be stored
Yes.
in some table. Okay, and now what is this?
Yeah.
This is my configured item, right? So you just check once and
Okay.
let me know if you are still using the customizing for daily changing data, then we'll look into, okay?
Oh, sure, sure.
Yes. Okay, so we'll go move with
I'm using the application table only. Whenever I create the any table, I'm
yes,
definitely
correct,
give that application A only.
correct. Okay, so the next question is, have you ever used the log object?
I never used that log objects, but I know that log objects means NQ and DQ, correct? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have that idea. Suppose we have log any object. Suppose at a time two. Suppose that, at a time we are using the one object, a particular me and you. So first time log that object for we using the enqueue. Then after my work is done, then I am using the DQ for the releasing that object.
So do we do it manually or the programs automatically do it?
I I didn't work on that, but I know that
Yeah,
scenario.
so we have two options available. One is our data dictionary object, okay?
Yeah,
We can create lock objects from here. The naming convention start with EZ and then you can give anything, okay? And then
yeah, yeah.
create the object. So I'll show you over here.
No, I'm unable to see your screen.
Mm, I've used my other mobile actually. With there I can see properly. I think
Oh, I am joining in Zoom, na? That's why.
okay. You okay? In the just let me share there so that you will be able to see because I gave you this Zoom access so that we can speak. Okay, but
Okay.
there I did not give the access in the SAP. Okay, I think you will be able to see it now. Okay,
Yes.
let's site with EZ. Okay, someone might have created that. Let's see that.
Yeah.
So, so what we do here is we just use a table or anything, and we give what kind of lock it is. Okay, go to display mode. So he has written
Yeah.
the lock on Mara table. Lock mode is write lock only. That no one will be able to write anything until unless this is being used. Okay, this lock object is being used. Once we
Yeah.
create it, we get automatically two function modules created for this. Okay, so one is NQ
Okay.
and one is TQ. So
DQ. Yeah.
people ask the question, what are the main like which all function module gets created when you create the lock object? So these are automatically gets created. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you have to use these object in your programs actually. So for that we can use likely for NQ, one for DQ, and in between you
Okay.
can write your modification code for table level data. Okay. And
Yeah. Yeah.
there is standard FM also available for doing that, so that is also possible. But if you want to go particular to your project, you want to create object, then you can go for this S11 one. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Coming to the smart report. So which all reports you have worked on? Interactive reports and classical reports. Which report you have worked on?
Classical reports and interactive also.
Okay, so both you have worked on. So
Mainly
okay,
out that yearly reports. So many.
okay. So do you know the ALV events?
Hmm.
Do you know ALV events?
Yes. Yes. Initialization. Extraction screen. Extraction screen and value request. Extraction screen and help request. Start of selection. End of selection.
Okay. So
And starting is the load of program. Sorry.
yeah, that is not mandatory, but yeah, we can give it. Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah. So let's suppose you have created five fields on the screen. Okay, and
Okay.
you have two radio buttons. Okay,
Okay.
and then you created two more or five more select options. Okay, now total we have 10
Can
fields
you
on the
tell
top.
me again?
Okay, just imagine on the top we have five fields available where we need to give values. Okay,
Okay.
and then we created two radio buttons on the line. Okay,
Okay.
and below that we have created five more fields. Okay,
Okay.
now when the first radio button is checked, okay, then
Okay.
the bottom five which we have created, only three should be visible, two should not be visible. Okay,
Okay. We can use the modified ID in that selection screen only.
so which event you will use over there?
In that I'm using its selection screen. I think its selection screen output and
Correct.
initialization also we can write also that one. I think maybe.
Yeah, in installation we can write the logic for the first radio button, but at selection
Yeah.
screen output we have to write the logic for the other one. Okay,
Yeah. That one. Yeah.
and not other one, both actually, because in the initialization if you want to give only three field side, because radio buttons are like at least one will be checked automatically, and if you're not writing
Yes.
the logic for that, then all five will be visible, so that we have to handle it explicitly. Okay.
Yes. Yes. And that we can a combination of the
Yes.
group radio button
Yeah.
given. Right.
Yes. Okay,
Without
that's
using the group radio button, we can't do that one.
okay. So if I want to use my double click button, like if the data is displayed on the ALB, okay, I want to
Okay.
use that my material number to
Okay.
see the MM03 screen. So how can I do that? Have
So
you
we
worked?
can use the, I mean, in ALV or ALV function module, we can pass that I mean, UCOM and status also in that. So we mainly use that RUCOM like that SLIS field.
Hmm.
In that, suppose in function module, one a command is there. We
Hmm.
can write down a user command. Then
Hmm.
after we can use that farm end form. In that farm end form, we can write that our code.
Correct. Okay, that's good. At least
Yeah.
you have idea.
Like
You can write
yeah,
it.
that syntax I know that the syntax, but I mean as like rucom equal sorry rucom likes iucom
Hmm.
and some structure like slis
Yes, that is
HNM.
there. Correct. You have at
Yeah,
least
in
idea.
that we
That's
can
fine.
use yeah. So in
So
that we can use that parameter ID like we can
okay.
pass that parameter ID. We can call the transaction and skip first screen.
Okay. So while click on double click, I want to see some more information of that material. I don't want to go
Okay.
MM03. I want to display one more screen. Okay.
One more screen means what?
Like one ALB will can we can click on that material number and new ALB will
Okay.
be coming up in some pop-up window or some next window, right? We can call multiple windows.
Yeah, multiple windows. So we can use the, I think again ALV, I think ALV screen, suppose.
So how many screen we can call like that? Do you have any idea?
No, I think
Okay, so I think the numbers are 19 or 20 or 21 maximum. So not sure. Even I forgot that number actually. Okay, so you
okay.
just get the idea on that part as well. So have you
Yeah.
worked on ALV reports or OOPS report also as well?
OOPS report is less, but on ALV reports only.
Okay, so have you worked on the OOPS concept at all so that I'll ask question based on that, otherwise I will not ask.
Not much more better than that
So
OOPS.
you will have
So I know that class implementation and class definition. So we can in that starter selection we can create a new class and we can call that particular methods.
okay.
First, we
So
can create the class implementation, and after class definition, in that class implementation, we can include that methods in
no,
that
no,
public section.
no, you are going opposite actually. First is definition, second one is implementation. In, de
Okay, sorry.
in definition, we declare the constant, table, methods, and everything. In the implementation, we build the object and to write the logics based on that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
And yeah, so get the basics of like what is class, what kind of class we have, okay, what is the interface, what kind of interface we have, what is constructor, at least these five, six basic terms, public section, private section, all these,
Yeah.
okay, so
Okay.
at least
Yeah.
because many people does not know suburb, I also don't know most of the times like my work is being done, but in depth I can say there are somewhere I get stuck also sometimes. Okay, so at least basic you get clear. What is this? What is
Yeah.
static? What is instance? Okay, so all those keywords actually. So that might help
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll go to interface. So have you worked on the interfaces?
I worked with the interfaces means like S proxy only.
Okay. So have you built a new X proxy?
Yes, yes, in S proxy. They are providing the one WSDL file. So I'm generating that S proxy for particular WSDL file.
So they might have given you the link, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And do not
So
take the
that is the T code is for
one
the
minute.
S proxy only.
Yeah, yeah, 1 minute. Do not take the name of the customer, but can you just tell me how did you create the proxy actually? What's the step we follow?
So I'm going to T code the S proxy.
Hmm.
Next, in that one pop-up window is there. In that some radio buttons are there. In that radio button, I'm using the for the end for that what I forget for WSDL file. So I'm giving that particular radio button. Then after we can create. So a little bit forget
Yeah,
that one.
yeah. So first step is
Well,
right click and create new proxy. First thing is, then you will get
yeah.
those options.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, yeah, and then once we do it, we get the data class, message type, methods, right? Those three things which gets created once the proxy is ready. So read some more blogs on that. There are multiple blogs available on S proxy. So you have idea, okay, what you have to see only the attributes which are well applicable for that creating that proxy. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, okay. So have you worked on the iDocs or RFCs?
No. No. No.
Okay, RFCs also you have not worked or web services.
No.
Okay, so only proxies you have worked on.
Yeah.
So this is
That is also my first project only.
okay. So this is a bit main concern area actually. So at least get the hands on iDoc. Okay. So ALE iDoc you can take from my video at least for now. But start creating at least one item. Get the familiar with W02, W05, WE10, WE19, BT57. There are number of T codes available for ALE, and at least you should have these knowledge actually. iDoc is the I'll say that's the most used medium of transporting the data in SAP world. Okay, we are using other
Okay.
proxies also, proxies, web service, and all that thing. Now we have for read, raw data, all those. But if you are using ECC, at least iDoc should be knowledgeable actually. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll move to the conversion part. So have you worked on the BTC and LSMWs?
Not relation W. I worked on BDC, batch data conversion.
So which method you have used, synchronous or asynchronous?
Asynchronous only.
Okay, and unsync again we have some more feature available, right? La type and typo, some types
Yeah.
available. So which one you have used and why? Okay, was that a dialogue or processing actually? What we call it? We have the one dialogue, right?
I mean, call transaction
So
or
is that a session method or we call it methods? We have two methods, right, to do the BDC?
yes, call transaction and session method. I mostly work on
Yes,
call transaction only.
that's what I was asking. Call transaction.
Okay.
So what's the
Yeah,
difference?
session
What's
method.
the difference between both actually, and why when someone you should use these actually?
I think call transaction is for the faster, better than the session method. So, suppose example, up to 10,000 records is there in a particular scenario. So we can use the, sorry, less than 10,000 records is there, so we can use the call transaction. More than 10,000 records is there, so we can use the better session method only.
Yeah. Okay. Uh,
Mainly this one.
and one works directly on the screen and the other one works in the background, right?
Yeah, background. Yeah.
Yeah. So for that one, it's call transaction. The screen should be open and then they write everything on the
In
screen.
that, yeah, in that we can write down that background mode, foreground mode, and the error screen also in that. So we
Yes.
can pass that like a call
Yeah,
transaction.
that is why I wanted to hear actually. So sometimes the user wants to hear what he knows actually. Okay.
Okay.
Or that interviewer, he will hear like you are giving at least 10 lines for that, okay? But still that one line is missing, okay? So
Okay.
he will wait at least you know that line or not, okay? And then he will
Yeah.
give you some hint, okay? That
Yeah.
like I gave you, right? Like
Yes. Yes.
saying in the screen or something like that. Then you can say, yes, we have these modes available, which I can use to go for likewise. So sometimes they trick you that you might be knowing the concept, but you are not answering that for now. But if you don't
Yeah.
know, just directly say, sir, I have worked on these are the concept, but if you say this, then I might not give you the proper answer, but I can work on. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, likewise. Okay, fine. So next, if I move enhancement. Okay, enhancement I'll come later. Forms. So which all forms you have worked on?
Smartphones only.
Okay, no Adobe or scripts.
Adobe means only small changes. Suppose in Adobe Forms, suppose the one table format is there. In the table format, some users want one particular column. They want disable mode. Disable mode means in that column the values are totally zeros. So they don't want to display that particular columns. So we are using that. In that for palettes is there in that smart Adobe
Hmm.
Forms. I am unable to explain that scenario, but I worked on that scenario.
Okay.
Practically, I know that.
Can we write the
Only that
code?
scenario only.
So which T code you use to go to Adobe?
Uh, I think
That's a basic question you
uh,
should know actually when you say you have worked
yes,
on. Okay.
yeah,
So the T code is SFP.
yes. Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
So can you just give me some example? Now you have worked on both smartphone and little bit on Adobe. What's the difference you have seen in both Macs? At least two example is fine.
But I
What?
don't know that Adobe Forms totally.
Okay, but whatever you have worked on, what is the difference you saw actually? I can tell you, you have seen that change actually.
In Adobe, I mean, sorry, in smartphone level, we are creating main windows, and in that we can create the pages. In that pages, we are creating the main windows and sub windows.
So there also it's
In
same
that
only, right?
Adobe Forms, yeah, in that they're all the same, but in some screen level, difference means we are creating that textures in that smartphone, in that Adobe Form is different like that.
Yeah, so we can create some custom input fields also.
Yes,
Based on that, we can display the output also. We can save the
some
forms, right?
some difference, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so one basic difference I'll tell you. Smart form is embedded whole application, okay? There
Okay,
we we can write the code inside the initialization tab and all, okay? And then we can display the database on the smart form. If we are not going to print any report program, we are not going to create a report program, that is also fine. We can write the whole code in the initialization tab and then we can generate the output based on that. But that is not recommended to write everything in the initialization, but it is a embedded system, okay? Smart form.
okay,
But Adobe, the Adobe is divided in two parts. One is for designing, the
okay.
another one for data. So before going to the Adobe in SFP T code, you see two radio buttons over there, right?
Yeah. Two. One is for the
Interface. Okay.
yes.
Yeah. So
Okay.
interface deals with the data, and then first option is it deals with the your designing. Okay.
Okay.
So that's a basic difference you have to tell the user actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, so smart forms, can you name the type of window available?
Main window, na, in that Windows.
No, which all type of window available in smartphones?
Type of window means
Like main window, secondary window, something like that.
yes, yes, main window. That only before that I think main windows and sub windows in footer.
Okay, so you have not seen my session on smartphone, right?
Not much more, but okay, one or two, three
Okay,
in
total.
my experience side.
Okay, total four windows are available. Okay,
Yeah,
so you see that video, you'll be more clear. At least we have covered two windows by now. I think upcoming session we will cover other two also. Okay, so
yeah,
windows are first is main window, second is secondary window. Like in the menu, if you see, first comes secondary, then main window, then we have copy window, then we have final window.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, so these are the four windows we have. Okay,
I
okay.
think we are creating one main window and 99 other windows. I think, am I right?
Secondary windows, yeah.
Yeah. So,
So
okay.
these are two mostly used, okay, but the other two can also be used on some scenarios. I have explained that in the video, okay. Let's watch that
Okay.
and we'll get to know why do we create it. Okay,
Okay.
so can we create smart form without main window?
We can?
Can we create smart form without main window?
No, I think.
The answer is yes, we can create it. Okay.
Okay.
See, main window is used mostly for printing the table data, correct?
Yeah.
Item data, whatever, 10, 20, 50, 100 line items.
Yes.
If you don't want to print that, like you see the Amazon kind of Amazon package you receive, right, in your home, and then
Yes.
you see one kind of paper, right? What do you see over there?
Yes.
Only one line item, QR code, your mobile number, your address, and all those things.
Logo like that.
Yeah, so it is not like that. We have to create a smartphone with main window. We can create without main window also.
Okay.
Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, do you know the difference between template and table? That is a more frequent question people ask actually.
I don't know that.
Okay, so you need to work some more in the smart form. Go with some
Yes.
smart form interview questions, okay, or attend the interview
Sure,
question
sure.
because in my session I'm attending the question also in the middle. Like when I'm going to the
Okay.
concept, I give you the questions also. Like this question might ask, this question might ask, okay. So a
Okay.
template and table, like table is dynamic data. We can generate like let's suppose we want to print 100 line items, okay. What we do
Yeah.
is we just loop the table and everything will be printed on the line and the next page will come automatically, right?
Yes. Yes.
So and for the template it's a static kind of thing. We can print one or two data that we have to fix in the designing phase itself, like how many rows or column you want to print over there.
Yes. Okay.
So that's the main
Okay.
difference actually. So this template is static
Okay.
and table is dynamic.
Okay. Uh,
Okay, so I think there's bit require like you need some more this thing, okay? Interface IDOC
okay.
is required. Report, I think you are a bit good. And okay, so coming to the enhancement, which all enhancement you have worked on?
Enhancements means I worked on customer exits, user exits,
hmm
and
So,
baddies also.
so can you just help me with a scenario for the user exit because people avoid to create the user exit, right? You know the reason?
Yes, yes. User exit means it is asking for the key for developer key. It is asking, but customer exit don't ask in the any developer key.
Okay, so no, that's fine. But do you know
Okay.
the reason people avoid to use the user exits and go mostly with baddies, okay, or the customer exit, right? So, can you help
Yes,
me
yes.
with
So
the
mostly we can
scenario
use
you
that.
have used in the user exit? What was the requirement? Don't take the customer name, okay?
Okay. So suppose in that say you can take the sales orders.
Mm-hmm.
In that sales order, mm, some validations are there like that. Validation means suppose user enter, you can take the line item level. Suppose I enter the material, quantity, and batch, like that, etc. So in that screen level, user give the 10 quantity. So in the 10 quantity for particular material, but user already maintained that material and quantity in that one G table is there. So yeah, you are asking for the validation of the quantity for the particular material.
It should
So I am
not
using that.
let it should not exceed more than this quantity. Something like
Yeah,
that.
yes, yes. Yeah, suppose they are doing that 100 quantity or
Hmm.
10 quantity only. So they don't want to more than 100 quantity or more than 10 quantity. So they want a particular like error messages like that. So they are stopping the screen for particular that scenario only.
So that could have been achieved by customer exit also, right?
Yeah, customer exits also. Yes. In that time using that MV45AF double jet like that only.
That's a program name, right? MB45 and that.
Yes. Yes, yes. In that, so I am using that user exit for the save document before.
Okay, how do you choose which enhancement you should do actually? User exit or customer exit or enhancement or BADI or BT? How do you choose actually?
So in sales order level, almost only exits are there. So
You
less
mean
baddies.
routines, right?
Yes, but routines I didn't work on routines.
Okay, fine, it's
So
correct.
in yes.
For
So in that mostly exits are in sales order side only exits are there, less baddies are there. So that's why in find out means like that MV45A completely it is used for the sales order.
yeah, so that's correct. So you can say the answer this if the interviewer asks, then you can say that I basically search for BADI in the first instance, okay, and then if we are
Yeah,
not
in
get
that
yeah,
baddies means that AC24 get instance, I think, class underscore exit handler. In that we can
yes,
go that get instance
yes,
and we can put a breakpoint. So we
correct,
can execute that particular screen. So automatically debugger is triggered on. So we can
exact,
capture the exit names or baddies names.
correct. So always I try to find the baddie first. If we are not getting the baddie,
Yes,
I go try for the customer function thing. Okay. Then
yeah,
after the customer function, if you are not getting anything, we go for user exits.
yes,
That's a
yes,
sequence. And customer
yeah,
function and baddies are available for MM. Okay. For
yes,
SD,
yes,
for SD, we have maximum number of routines available. And for FI related thing, if someone asks you that if module wise, if you know the idea, you can say for FI we have BTE. Okay, so these
yes,
are the
BT,
most,
okay,
yeah. If like people just follow this approach directly, okay,
okay.
yeah. So the next question is, how do you find the customer exit?
Find out means customer exits in that
Like we
C
have
mode
one
is there.
screen. Let's suppose we have one screen, okay, and
Okay,
I'm guaranteeing you that customer exit is available for that. Your functional says, uh, Ravi, that there's a functional module exit. I have worked in my last assignment and it is available. You can go and search for it. Okay. And what
okay,
the functionality is that you need to like some PR screen, or I'll say PO screen. Okay. Purchase order
okay,
screen.
your screen. Okay.
There we are maintaining the item and the header, right? That we are crediting the document and items. I want
Yes.
all the items which are being ordered for that purchase order number into one G
Okay.
custom table also. Okay.
Okay.
The same we have tables like EKKO and EKPO table which holds the PR and PO data and line item data, right? These
Oh
are the
yeah. Yes.
so I want the same data again copied to my custom table also. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
and I'm saying you that there's a one customer exit available, so go and search for it. So how will you search it?
In my scenario, how can I find out in my variable scenarios? First, I can. So suppose he give the table particular name. So the table is already he written that customer exit like that. So I find out that table name in various list where he written that table name in how many exits. So I can find out that one scenario, or otherwise I can go to C mode. So in related to suppose PO is there, you are mentioning PO. Suppose they are creating in C mode like ZME21N or ME22N,
Mm-hmm.
or like that ZPO. Some names are there. In that name, they are giving that at least a description.
Mm-hmm.
So that scenario find out. And next level, call customer. Yes, yes.
Okay, so the
That
way,
scenario.
yeah,
These three ways I am find out.
correct. So you are almost correct with the scenario. I'll again refresh the answer. Okay, so first
Yeah.
you can go with the debugging. You can just put a slash h, go in debug mode, search for call customer function. Okay, there we'll get
Yes.
put a watch point over that. Okay, or breakpoint,
Yeah.
and then it will stop. You can copy and see the go to the C mode and see
Okay.
the documentation for that customer function exit. Okay,
Yes.
that is the one way actually. Okay, we can go for it.
Yeah.
Second way we can go to the program. Like let's suppose I'm creating a purchase order. Okay, and
Okay.
then we can go to the program. From the program we can get the package name, right?
Yes.
Then we can go to the C mode, give the package name in the additional info, search for all the exit available there in the C mode, and then we can see the documentation and accordingly we can implement it. So these are the two way. Third way you have already told, that is
Yes.
correct. So I think,
Yes.
yeah, Sai, I think you are good actually. In some areas you need some more improvement. So hope you will correct that and let me know. I'll help you on that part also. Okay.
Okay.
So I
Thank you.
think that was good actually.
Yeah.
Laddu, sorry, the other guy was there, right? Okay, he left already. Okay,
Yeah. He left.
okay, fine. Okay, I think that was good. So I think you learned something that will help you. Okay,
Yes. Yes. Sure.
okay. I'll communicate again in the message. Okay. Chalo, let's
Okay.
meet again. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye. Thank you.